It's Q12 2017, number 6, and duking it out for a place in the Q12 final for £500 in December, around Pontefract we hope. Maybe Lytham St Annes if we get David Hess to join in, who knows. What we've got in the first round here, there's no preliminary this time round. There's only 10 players, so this round is 12 minutes of questions. After 12 minutes, 2 people will drop out, the 2 people with the lowest scores. You get 2 points for a correct answer, you lose half your points for an incorrect interruption. Michael McPartland, Mr. TV himself, is on the case. So, good luck everybody, apart from Tony and Sam.
12 minutes, starting from now. Originally a novel by E.M. Nathanson, who died in 2016, it was made into a film in 1967. Which film produced 3 sequels called The Next Mission, The Deadly Mission and The Fatal Mission, all of which involve a virtually identical scenario to the original film, involving soldiers who have been sentenced to death or long prison sentences? Simon!
The Dirty Dozen.
The Dirty Dozen. Number 2. Captain Hook, Francis Urquhart, Alan Quatermain, Lord Peter Wimsey.
Sam.
Eton, all went to Eton, yep. Number 3. People to suffer this fate included Vestal virgins who broke their vows of chastity, Livia, the sister of Caligula, the artisans who built the tomb of the first emperor of China, and Countess Dracula Elizabeth Borovi.
Harry.
Burnt at the stake.
Nope.
Simon.
Starved to death.
Nope.
Gavin.
Bricked up.
Sorry?
Bricked
Up, all bricked up, yep.
That one question will finish with it.
No, but it's only ever got
Yeah,
points with the
fine,
lead,
fine.
any. Yeah. Number 4. In 1986 it was England. In 1990, Italy. In 94 it was Russia.
Gary.
Oh no, the 3rd place team in the World Cup.
No.
Lee.
Argentina.
No. Anyone else?
No.
In 94 it was Russia and Bulgaria. In
Sam.
The top scorer would play for those teams in the World Cup final. So Lineker and
it's not what I'm asking, though. It's not the question I'm asking.
Steve.
Most goals.
It's not what I'm asking. 1998 it was Croatia. 2002 it was Brazil. 2006 and 2010 it was Germany. Which country was it in 2014?
Ah,
The country which provided the winner of the Golden Boot of the World Cup.
Tony.
France.
No.
Simon.
Italy.
No.
Rob.
Germany.
No.
Gavin. Sorry, stop. Hugh.
Spain.
No.
Gavin.
Brazil.
No.
I know it now.
Go on, Lee.
Colombia.
It's Colombia.
James.
James Rodriguez.
How many playing?
10.
no, I've got no sympathy for your wrestling answer.
Number 5. During the French Revolution, who was employed to make the death masks for Robespierre, Marie Antoinette,
Hugh.
Madame Tussaud. Yep. Number 6. In the Shakespeare play The Tempest, who is the rightful King Duke of Milan?
Tony.
Prospero. Yep. 7. A supporter of the arts, in particular the Impressionist movement, his house in Auvers was painted by Paul Cézanne in 1873, a painting which can now be seen in the Museum d'Orsay. He was also an amateur painter, signing his painting with the name Paul van Rijssel. Who is this person who is now best known as the doctor who treated...
Gary.
Gashi.
Dr. Gachet, yep. Number 8. The reality TV series Total Divas focuses on the female employees of which company? People featured on the show include Renee Young, Rosa Mendez, Natalia Neidhart and the Bella Twins.
Steve.
Yves Saint Laurent.
No.
Gary.
Cosmopolitan.
No.
Lee.
Babe Station.
No.
Simon.
Vogue magazine.
No.
Hugh.
Fantasy Fair.
No.
Sam.
No. No.
No one's going to hazard a guess at the WWE?
Divas, of course it is.
Wrestling questions.
I've got
I'm
that.
sat there going like that.
Number 9. Eliza Doolittle is the daughter of which Brit?
Rob.
Professor Higgins.
No.
Tony.
Francis Raffel.
Francis Raffel, yep.
Up with the time checks as well.
We got 8 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Number 10. This person was the first wife of the television producer Aaron Spelling. She is most famous for appearing on a TV series which ended in 1966, Right? And despite earning Golden Globe nominations for a role, struggled to find work afterwards due to being typecast in a fairly gothic role. Although she did.
Amit.
Mary Terry Moore?
No. Although she did play a plantation owner's wife in Roots. In 1957, she received the Best Supporting Actress Oscar nomination for a role in The Bachelor Party, and other acting roles include opposite Kirk Douglas in The Last Train from Gun Hill, and Elvis Presley's love interest in King Creole. Who is this person, though, who's best known for playing Morticia Adams in the...
Tony.
Caroline Jones.
Caroline Jones, yep. 11. UFC fighter Emil Meek, the Tour de France green jersey winner Thor Husholt, the footballers Joshua King and John Carew.
Lee.
Norwegian.
Yeah, all Norwegian. Yep. Number 12.
Oh, sorry.
We just had that. Ready? Yeah. Built when glass was seen as a great luxury, the exceptionally large and numerous windows of Hardwick Hall...
Steve.
Yorkminster.
No.
Wilsondale.
Of Hardwick Hall in Derbyshire led to the saying that it was more glass than what?
Gary.
Brick.
No.
Sam.
Class.
No.
Simon.
Stone.
No.
Rob.
Brass.
No.
Hugh.
Crystal Palace.
No.
Amit.
Venice.
Sorry?
Venice.
No. It was more glass than wall. 13. Between 1996 and 1998, Ray Wilson replaced Phil Collins as the lead singer of Genesis.
Steve.
No, sorry.
Previous to this, he'd been the lead singer of
Hugh.
Stiltskin.
Stiltskin, yeah.
Didn't know it.
14. Between 2010 and 2011, this person formed a comedy partnership with a former's neighbour actor Mark Little. He was born in Glasgow in 1941, but grew up just over the road from Main Road, which as a result became a devoted fan of Manchester City. After forming in a duo on the Northern Club circuit,
Gary.
Eddie Large, yeah. 15. Running from 1988 to 2005, this annual awards ceremony was shown on Channel 5, and the awards included the most evil man in pop, the most fanciful male and female, the zaniest person in pop, and the best band in the world ever. For numerous years in a row, Pat Sharp won the award for worst haircut.
Gary.
Smash Hits.
Smash Hits Awards, yeah. 16. Not counting interim appointments, who is the only person who served as both the deputy leader and full-time leader of the Liberal Democrats.
Steve.
Steele.
No.
Simon.
Sorry, to me?
Yeah.
Menzies Campbell.
Yeah, Min Campbell, yeah. 5 minutes to go. 17.
It's got 3 relegated there, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
they're all
right.
joint.
Yeah.
Because they're joint at the moment.
Found on the River Scheldt, it has a population of just over 500,000.
Rob.
Antwerp, yeah. This woman's daughter, Lucy Kane, reached the battle stages of the 2016 series of The Voice UK. She came 6th in the 2008 series of Dancing on Ice and appeared as Maggie Lyons, the girlfriend of the corrupt policeman, Degeston Beach in The Bill, and also appeared as Carrie Nichols, the mother of Tom King's secret love child in Emmerdale. She's now a regular in pantomime and has appeared in over 25 productions over the years. In one of these she met her future husband, the former Brookside actor Sam Kane. Who is this person of Italian heritage? Linda Lusardi. Yeah. At the 2016 Rio Olympics, who is the only male competitor to set an individual world record in swimming?
Lee.
Adam Peaty.
Adam Peaty, yep. 4 minutes left. The Rich List 2-minute drill, the Match Game, Family Feud, and College Bowl are all American versions.
Sam.
They're the American versions of quiz shows.
Yeah, all American versions of British quiz shows.
What description would that?
Next one. This person was born in Munich in 1895 and died in the same city in 1982. He was a friend of one of the key members of the White Rose resistance movement against the Nazi Party, but refused to use his influence to help save them from execution.
Gary.
Einstein. Sorry.
No.
No.
In case it ruined his career, and debate continues to this day about his involvement with the Nazis. However, after the war, American denazification courts accepted that he had been anti-Nazi. In the 1920s, he developed an influential approach towards musical education for children.
Rob.
Furtwängler.
No.
Steve.
Montessori.
No. Musical education for children, and founded the Gunfer Schools of Sport, Music and Dance in Munich, where he worked until his death. Later musical works by this person were the operas Antigone, Oedipus the Tyrant, Prometheus, and Play on the End of Times. What is the name of this German composer, whose most famous works are the 1930s trilogy, which compromises Catulla Carmina, Trionfo di Aphrodite, and the scenic cantata Carmina Burana?
Sam.
Call off, yep.
Thought
2.5 minutes left. Which future double Oscar winner had an early role playing the title character in the next Karate Kid?
Steve.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
No. Damn it.
Swank.
Hilary Swank, yep.
Oh.
In 2016, 16 buildings designed by which architect were all made into World Heritage Sites?
Steve.
Kubazia.
Yeah, like Lucy, yeah.
Everyone's scored now.
2 minutes to go. The first World Cup of Darts in 2010 was won by the Netherlands. Their team was made up of Raymond van Barneveld and which other darts player? He was...
Amit.
Van Gogh.
Nope, not Van Gerwen. He was a bespectacled part-time tram driver who had a very unusual throwing action.
Lee.
Course stomping.
Course on pit, yeah. What name is shared by the ring name of the second woman to hold the WCW Cruiserweight title, who had the nickname the Scream Queen, a naiad in Greek mythology, who was turned into a laurel tree to protect her from
Daphne.
Daphne, yeah. Next question. In 2012, a 2012 film based on this play, starring Sarah Harding, Denise Van Outen and Danny Dyer, has a 0% positive rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Sam.
Run for your wife.
Run for your wife, yes. The victorious commander at the Battle of Zama was Scipio Africanus. Who was the losing commander in this battle? Who's that? Steve?
Steve.
Hannibal.
Hannibal, yep. 1 minute left.
Can you give the scores? I can't see the scores.
I'll pause
You're
it.
fine, you've got 4, then
I'll
don't
pause it
vote 2 got
while
1. Okay, break down the scores. Tony 8, Sam 7, Hugh and Lee 6, Steve 4, Gary and Simon 3, Gavin 2. At the moment going out is Amit and Rob both with 1.
Okay, pause there and start again. Which South African author, who was born in northern Rhodesia in 1933, is known for novels which centre on conflict in Africa and include lots of references to hunting? A large number of his novels contain the name of an
Rob. Wilbur Smith.
Wilbur Smith, yeah. Which element, the rarest naturally occurring element, is the heaviest metalloid, has an atomic number of 85 and the chemical symbol AT?
Aspartame.
Astatine, yeah. The piece of music, a musical joke, which was
Rob. Mozart.
Mozart, yeah. Winston Churchill replaced Elizabeth Fry on the English £5 note. She earlier replaced George Stephenson. Who did Stephenson replace in 1990?
Kevin. Wellington.
Wellington, yep. 5 seconds left.
You might as well make this last question.
Yeah.
Can you read the scores out, please?
Okay, at the bottom it's Amit with 1, Simon with 3 in danger zone, then Gavin and Steve with 4, Rob and Gary with 5.
Okay, last question. Which one we go for? Who is the only footballer to have played international football in 4 different decades? His international career lasted from 1989 to 2011, sorry, that should be, and saw him play 137 times for Finland.
Gary.
Lipman.
Gary Littmanen. Yep.
Good luck, Gav.
Hey, scores Tony 8, Sam and Gary 7, Hugh and Lee 6, Rob 5, Steve and Gavin 4, all qualify. Relegated out, Simon with 3 and Amit with 1.
Well, look, you guys. Well done, guys.
Round 2, Q12, 2017, number 6. We have got 8 stalwarts sitting to duke it out. 4 people go through. Again, the task is not to win, but to not be in the bottom 4. 4 people go through, 4 people drop out. On this particular round, Michael's going to ask 12 questions. These questions comprise 6 clues. On the first clue, it's worth 6 points if you're right. It's worth 6 points if you're wrong, negative. So, do you go in or do you keep your powder dry? I feel like Ken on the course. Michael, it's all you.
All right, okay. Question number 1 then, for 6 points. So when the new clue starts, I'll go for 5, for 4 and so on. So you know a new clue starting.
I'm going to see what Gav's put in for his answer.
So for 6 points. In the sport of golf croquet, This name is given to a ball which is more than halfway towards the hoop after the one which has currently been contested. Right there, Mark. 5 points. In lacrosse, this rule states that a team must have 4 defenders in their half of the pitch and 3 attackers in the opposition half at all times.
Gary.
Offside.
Yeah, offside, yeah.
How far was it behind the
Points.
bugger?
66.06, 66.51. Light years, mate.
Question number 2. 3 of this kind of animal appear on the flag of Anguilla. For 5 points.
Lee.
Eel.
And it's incorrect.
Oh, unlucky.
-6. 5 points. This animal's name comes from a Greek word which can be translated into English as fish with a womb. For 4 points. These animals are one of the few species known to display non-reproductive sexual activity and have been known to masturbate by wrapping a live eel around their penises.
Gary.
Dolphins.
Dolphins, yeah.
How many was that?
That's 4 points.
Ooh,
That
sorry,
didn't come up on
sorry,
the
Wade.
It didn't come up in masturbate. That was
Question number 3. In 2014, Northern Irishman Patrick McKenna was unveiled as a key organiser of this event. For 5 points. Due to a friendship with Bernie Eccleston, one of the people involved in this event would go on to design and manufacture the trophy each year to the promoters of the Best Run Grand Prix.
The best one's Grand Prix.
Best Run Grand Prix. For 4 points. In the Bond film Thunderball, a Spectre official says they received a £250 consultation fee in the aftermath of this event. For 3 points. The investigation into this event was led by Tommy Butler, and after the event happened, its participants hid at Leverslade Farm.
Tony.
Great train robbery.
The Great Train Robbery.
3.
Your 3 points, yeah. Question number 4. 6 points. This person appeared as a guest star in an episode of The A-Team entitled The Heart of Rock and Roll, where he played an imprisoned musician who is in danger of being killed by guards due to knowing details of the crimes they are committing. Rick James then hires the A-Team to protect him. For 5 points. This person was the 3rd African American after Hattie McDaniel.
Lee.
Chuck Berry.
Nope. -5. After Hattie McDaniel and Sidney Poitier to win an Academy Award in a competitive category. They also won 3 Grammy Awards during their lifetime and were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2002. For 4 points. Film roles for this person include Hammer in I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, a Sneeze in Robin Hood Men in Tights, and the Duke in Escape from New York. For 3 points.
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes, yep. 4-4 for that Ian Stark.
Thank you for choosing Snake Plissken as your theme and making me watch those 2 films.
King New York. Game number 1.
Question 5. A site in Thailand and one in Iran are the only 2 places where the 2 raw materials required to make this product can be found in close proximity. Therefore, large trade networks were set up to help its manufacture, including one between ancient Britain and Phoenicia. For 5 points. The origin of this name of this metal is from the Italian word meaning bell metal brass. It was the colour of number 5 crayon in the Crayola Metallic FX range, which had the title Blast Off. 4 points. The earliest discovered items made of this metal were found on the Iranian Peninsula and are thought to date from the 5th millennium BC. 3 points. The metal was first made with copper and arsenic, although it is now an alloy made up of approximately 88% copper and 12% tin.
Sam.
Brass.
Nope.
Gavin.
Was that 3?
Bronze, yep.
Yeah.
-3 for Sam, +3 for Gavin.
I think that was a -2, wasn't it?
No,
Not
no,
-2.
still on 3 point. Another bit of the 3 point to go. Question 6. 6 points. In 2011, a group of 550 doctors took out newspaper ads demanding that this person retire for being a bad influence to children. For 5 points. This character has been played by Brad Lennon since 2007 and was first played between 1963 and 65 by Willard Scott. For 4 points. This character gives his name to an American non-profit organisation.
Kerry.
Ronald McDonald.
Ronald McDonald. Yep. 4 points for Gary. 7 points. Question 7.
The Year Award.
6 points. This mountain overlooks the villages of Grindelwald and Latterbrunnen in the Bernese Alps. For 5 points. It is the easternmost peak of a ridge which extends across the Monch to the Jungfrau and at a height of 13,642 feet, is one of the most notable peaks in the Swiss Alps. For 4 points, the mountain was first climbed by Swiss guides Christian Almer and Peter Bronin and Irishman Charles Barrington, who climbed its west flank in 1858. Although the summit can only be reached by experienced climbers, a railway tunnel runs inside the mountain.
Gary.
Eiger.
The Eiger.
It was Eiger from number 1.
It was.
That is Gary.
Gary's got enough points
4
to throw away, so.
Yeah. Really, all the time, if you just give us...
Question 8.
Clint Eastwood or something.
He was coming later. 6 points. In one scene of this film, the main character is kissed by a woman because she thinks he's Al Pacino. It is also the first film role of the actress Fran Drescher, who would go on to play the title character in the 90s sitcom The Nanny. 5 points. At the end of this film, one of the main character's friends accidentally falls to his death from the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, whilst 2 of his other friends rape a woman who is smitten by the main character but is constantly rejected by him. 4 points. One of the main locations of this film is the Disco nightclub 2001 Odyssey, whilst the opening scene of the film sees the main character carrying a can of paint while he walks down New York Street.
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever, yeah. That's 4 points.
Just look down now.
Question number
Don't
9.
get tempted.
For 6 points. When one of the singers in this band was 9 years old, they provided the voice of Sally in the 1984 Charlie Brown and Snoopy cartoon series. 5 points. Formed in 1992, their first 2 albums, Behind the Front and Bridging the Gap, performed very poorly, and their first single to enter the UK charts, Joints and Jams, only reached number 53 in 1998.
Tony.
Black Eyed Peas.
The Black Eyed Peas,
Now
yeah.
I'll put it down.
That's 5 for Tony, yeah. Question number 10, 6 points. This tribe of people were first heard of in southern Poland in the area between the Low Oder and Vistula rivers. It is thought they migrated to there from southern Scandinavia in the 2nd century BC. 5 points. These people were described by the 6th century Byzantine historian Procopius as all having white bodies and fair hair and being tall and handsome to look at. Known kings of this tribe included Visamar and Godsigel in the 4th century and Gunderic and Huneric in the 5th century. 4 points. In 330 AD, Constantine the Great granted these people lands in Pannonia, which were made up of parts of modern-day Hungary, Austria and Croatia, where they lived for over 60 years until they were forced to move west due to the advance of the forces of Attila the Hun. 3 points. When going west, they invaded and devastated Gaul before crossing the Pyrenees to the Iberian...
Gary.
No. Vandals.
The Vandals, yep.
Taking a test now.
Question 11. What's any scores, sir?
Gary 20, Tony 12, Steve 4 and Gavin 3 are qualifying so far. Hugh and Rob have 0, Sam is -3, Lee is -11.
Right, question 11. 6 points. This person shares their name, both first name and surname, with the character that Chase USA host Brooke Burns played on Baywatch. 5 points. In 1946, he helped Abe Saperstein create the West Coast Baseball Association, which was a Negro baseball league. He would also own the Portland Rosebuds team, however the league would go bust within 2 months. 4 points. The USA's Track and Field Federation's highest award for Male Athlete of the Year is named after this person. 3
Lee.
Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owens, yep. Question 12, last one. 6 points. This name is shared by a Swedish prog rock band founded in 1972 by Henrik Strindberg and a Norwegian black metal band who described themselves as the most extreme in Norway. 5 points.
That's going some.
Do you know it? 5 points. The 10th century 4.5 metre high Gosforth Cross, which can be found in Cumbria, depicts scenes which happened during this event. 4 points. The main source of information for this event are the 13th century Poetic Edda and the Prose Edda. For 3 points. During this event, Fenrir escaped from the chains which bound him to a very large tree, only to be killed by Vidar.
Rob.
Ragnarok. Yep.
Could be anything else from that.
3 points.
Oh, now that's interesting, Gavin and Rob. Have you got a spare?
That'll be a standard
Yeah?
general knowledge question.
Rob and Gavin, by virtue of being on 3.3, Gary, Tony and Steve have qualified by a miracle for some of us anyway. But Gavin and Rob on 3 apiece. Could you, the rest of the gentlemen please put your buzzers down? And it's Rob v Gavin on a single question. Now the thing is, if you neg out here, you're out.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, who's first in. Good luck both fellas.
With the right answer.
With the right answer.
Okay. Which person who won his first Oscar at the age of 31 as one of the producers of the film One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest would 9 years later win a Best Actor Oscar for his role playing Gordon Gekko in Wall Street?
Rob.
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas is correct.
Gavin, round of applause please. So basically, if the qualifiers could take up 1 table each in the middle of the camera, that would be terrific. Tony, are you in?
Yeah.
Q12, number 6, 2017, and we have 4 people in the final. We have got Rob over there. How's it been for you so far today, Rob? Have the earth moved?
It certainly has been a wonderful experience.
Gary, our mastermind champion from 1950.
1953, yeah, but I do remind people every year.
Yeah, so have we got a fair balance of cetacean and Formula 1 questions?
There was a question with dolphin masturbation, so that was right up my street. So, yeah.
Steve, are you enjoying this quiz? Damn right I'm enjoying this quiz. I'm especially joining the new app, so big thanks to Ish in India who created it for us. The best thing is not bugging about with cables all the time. And the best thing is that Tony's not quite got the hang of it, Tony, have you yet?
Not at all.
But we're working on it. So this particular round, it is 3 lives and out. So basically, if you look at any 15 to 1 grand final, you're talking about the same kind of thing there, Gary, you basically. Those lives, they slip away. But Ashton managed, I think, last time out to lose 2 lives and still get through, didn't you? So, who knows?
It's only a life away if it's an interruption. If the
Yeah.
question's finished, there's no lives away. And 2 points for the correct answer. First to 24 wins and qualifies for the final in December.
It's shitty inventing a game and other
You all
people
got
know the
green-
rules better than you do.
You all got green question marks.
Yeah.
So in this round, there's a tenuous link between the questions, but it might just be the answer to one appears as a word in the next question. But sometimes it might give you a clue as to what's going to happen, what the answer might be. So
I have 3 questions.
in the last quiz set by Dave Bill, the final answer was Glorious Goodwood. If that helps. Okay, number 1. Expected to be a major star, he ended up only having 1 UK top 40 single. What was in...
Gary.
Andreas Johnson.
Andreas Johnson, he's got it straight away.
Obvious, yeah.
2. The 1970 boxing documentary Jack Johnson featured a soundtrack by which artist? The album saw this noted trumpeter abandon his usual jazz music and move to a funk sound.
Gary.
Miles Davis.
Miles Davis, yeah. Founded as an expansion team in 1970, they are currently coached by Terry Stotts. They've won 1 NBA title in 1977 and reached the final in 1990 and 92. Their current star player of the 2013 Rookie of the Year, Damian Lillard. They play at the Moda Centre in a city known as Rip City, and following the move of Seattle Supersonics to Oklahoma City and the Vancouver Grizzlies to Memphis, they're the only NBA team to play in the Pacific Northwest. What is this NBA team who play in the largest city in the state of Oregon?
Tony.
Seattle Seahawks.
Nope.
Gary.
Portland Timberwolves.
Nope.
Steve.
The Salem Timberwolves.
No.
Rob.
Portland Bills.
Nope.
Seattle Sounders.
It's Portland Trailblazers.
Oh, Portland.
If you just said Portland, I might have...
You don't lose
Right.
anything.
No, nothing to win.
No.
Seattle in Washington.
Seattle's in Washington, yes.
Oh, Costa.
That's it.
That's away there.
Next one. Who, after being drafted in 3rd position in the 1984 NBA draft, became the 1985 Rookie of the Year? They did this while playing for the Chicago Bulls.
Gary.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Yeah.
20.22, 20.26.
In 2007, Petra in Jordan was named one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Which of the other 7 wonders was the only one built in the 20th century?
Steve.
Golden Gate Bridge.
Nope.
Rob.
Sydney Uprise.
No.
Go on.
No. It's Christ the Redeemer. The Mel Gibson directed film The Passion of the Christ features dialogue in 3 different languages.
Rob.
Aramaic.
Name another one. Name 2 of the languages, basically.
Latin.
Latin and Aramaic, yeah. Hebrew was the third. This question. Featuring Mel Gibson, what was the subtitle of the second Mad Max film?
Steve.
I'll give you the third one. Welcome to the Thunderdome.
Nothing away though.
Thunder Road.
No.
What is it now?
Tony.
Regeneration.
No.
Gary.
Fury Road.
That's The Road Warrior. You know where I'm going.
I think I do.
Yeah. Made up of Hawk and Animal, the pro wrestling tag team The Road Warriors used what name when they competed in the WWE?
Tony.
The Furies.
Nope.
Gary.
The Juggernauts.
No.
Steve.
The Hardy Boys.
No.
Oh, don't frown at me, come on!
Rob.
The Twinkle Girls.
Is incorrect. The Legion of Doom, they were called.
Damn it.
Set this one specifically for Mark Preston, and he's not here. So, which is American footballer, the son of Animal from the Legion of Doom, has the most ever career tackles while playing the St. Louis Rams?
Moving on.
Yeah, moving along, no one will know that. James Laurinaitis, he was called.
Right.
He'll never come up again in a quiz. Next question. Produced by Mutt Lang and released in 1987, it reached #1 in the US Billboard and UK charts, featuring the songs Animal, Woman, Rocket and Possum.
Tony.
It's Def Leppard. It's what's it called?
Life away if you get it done, know it.
Hysteria.
Hysteria, yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what, we'll have to start...
Yeah, well, I
Set it on fire.
think Tony's
What's
used
that?
his
Friction. Set it on fire.
I think Tony's used his one friction lifeline.
5 seconds
Yeah.
wrong, which answer?
Yeah.
That was
You-
5 seconds.
Jam.
Not 20 seconds.
I've heard a lot of Def Leppard, but I don't remember the album.
That's how it sounds.
Yeah.
Right, next question.
I would never.
Between 1993 and 2010, Mutt Lang was married to which Canadian singer?
Steve.
Well, we're not going to go for Leonard Cohen, so we'll go for Shania Twain.
Shania Twain, yeah.
Definitely.
Although there are no doubts that there is an exact translation of this word, when Shania Twain adopted her new first name, it was claimed it meant what in the Ojibwa language?
Steve.
Princess.
No.
Gary.
Fart.
No.
Rob.
Beautiful.
No.
Tony.
So we'll say that. Queen.
No. It's On My Way.
I hope we've got 100 questions.
Got a fair few. The Ojibwa are the second largest by population indigenous group in Canada. In the USA, the term Native Americans is used to describe its indigenous population.
Gary.
First Nations.
First Nation, yeah. That's what they're described as in Canada. 14. The population of Westeros, that refer to themselves as the First Men, are based in which region of the continent? Noble families from this region include the Foresters, the Reeds, the Glovers, the Mormons, the Umbers and the Starks.
Steve.
The North.
The North, yeah.
That's all it was.
It's going up North. Have we got any soft? Yeah, we've still got the soft suburbs here, haven't we?
Yeah. Sharing their name with an English football team now in the Championship, in the Song of Ice and Fire novels by George R.R. Martin, which family are the Lords of the Islands known as the Three Sisters?
Gary.
Leeds.
No, not House Leeds.
What's
No.
the name? The championship match.
Nothing away.
Yeah. Preston.
No, not House Preston.
House.
The Greyjoy United.
Not Greyjoy United, no.
You hadn't even buzzed though there.
I know, I'm not going to.
Name a Championship football team.
Honestly, no, they're not even in the Championship anymore, go on.
Rob.
Sheffield United.
No, not House Sheffield United, no. House Sunderland.
Sunderland. Never heard of it.
Right, 6-1. It is one of quizzing's favourite chestnuts and relies on the question master mispronouncing a word. If Sunderland did it in 1979 and Villa did it in 1981,
Gary.
Trevor Brooking.
Trevor Brooking, yes. The girl with colitis goes by. I'll never leave your pizza burning. Islands Industry and Excuse Me While I Kiss This Guy are all examples of misheard lyrics.
Gary.
Mondegreen.
I'm on the green here. 6 months after joining the Green Party, this person was given a position as one of its principal speakers, although he would resign from the party 2 years later. He played 37 games in goal for Hereford in the early 70s.
Rob.
David Icke.
David Icke, yep. What serial killer who killed 6 people in the summer of 1976 in New York was known as the Son of Sam?
Tony.
Berkowitz.
Berkowitz, yep. This place in New York was relocated in 2014 to the Meatpacking District to a new building designed by Renzo Piano. It often features unconventional work, such as a 1976 display of live bodybuilders, including Arnold Schwarzenegger. It now contains over 21,000 pieces of art, including Saw Bleu by Edward Hopper and The Armistice Night by George Lux.
Oh no!
Steve.
The Met. New
No,
York
one
Met.
life away from Steve. What is the name of this museum, which focuses on 20th and 21st century American art?
Gary.
Museum of Modern Art, MoMA.
Nope,
Oops.
one life away. And was founded in 1931 by Gertrude Vanderbilt.
Tony.
Guggenheim.
Nope. What to go? That's the Whitney Museum.
That was all the
New York
ones.
section.
A #1 single in the UK, and with a video featuring inspirational sporting clips, which 1988 single, produced specifically for the Seoul Olympics, was Whitney Houston's third UK #1 single.
Gary.
One moment in time.
One moment in time, yeah. What's the scores right now?
14 for Gary, 4 for everybody else.
Which boxer controversially lost the 1988 Olympic middleweight boxing final to South Korea's Park Si-hun, despite appearing to dominate the fight and landing more than twice as many punches? This would lead to a change in the judging system at the next Olympics. He would later, as a professional, win the world middleweight, super middleweight and light heavyweight titles before in
I'll go for it.
Tony.
Roy Jones.
Roy Jones is correct. The Instruments of Chaos, The Infernal Machines, The Emperor's Tomb, and The Fate of Atlantis are all computer games featuring which iconic movie character, who liked to be called after his former pet dog?
Steve.
Chuck Norris.
No.
Character.
Gary.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, yeah.
Oh,
Indiana. Within the top. Indiana.
Defined by a retired American football player, Pat McAfee, as a human who is willing to stand up in the face of adversity, chug 2 beers, and do anything they can to make America a better place, this word was popularised in an 1833 poem by John Finley. Used by all the state university sports teams, what is the official state nickname of Indiana?
Steve.
who's here?
Who's here? Yeah.
Are you running out of gas on that?
Yeah.
Meaning wearing a robe that was shorter than his predecessors, which King of England had the nickname Kurt Mantle?
Tony.
Henry II.
Henry II is correct, yeah.
Oh.
26. Defined as when an electric current that is changing at 1 ampere per second results in an electromotive force of 1 volt, the Henry is the SI unit of what?
Steve.
Inductance.
Inductance, yeah. Particularly electrical inductance, but inductance is fine.
Not frictional inductance.
In 1994, which writer created the characters Perfect Peter and his anarchic brother Horrid Henry?
Tony.
Terry Deary.
Nope, nothing away.
Oh, horrible history. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Nobody?
Steve.
Pam Ferris.
No.
No, sorry, stupid.
Nobody? Francesca Simon. What was the name of the car drove by Peter Perfect in the cartoon series Wacky Races?
Anybody in the audience?
Simon does it.
Mouthful of crisp. Vroom Loneston.
No. Mark?
Double Z. No. Double Z.
No, that was Dick Dastardly. The Turbo Terrific.
Yeah.
Learn that list there.
Duron Morris Butler, yeah, won us £2 me, Clive. And,
There's only 12 of them. Not like-
Duron Morris Butler, better known as Turbo B, is an American rapper and beatboxer, best known for fronting which band who had a UK #1 in 1990 with The Power?
Tony.
Snap.
Snap, yeah.
Who goes out to all the steelworkers in America?
Who is the father of Mel B's second child, Angel Iris Brown?
Rob.
Jimmy Goulson?
No. I think he's the first one.
He's in, yeah, he's nice.
Tony.
That like Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy's correct.
Wow.
Murphy is the most common surname in Ireland. What is second most common? It is the surname of the winner of a 1988 Vuelta a España.
Rob.
Kelly.
Kelly's correct, yep. No one said Roach. Okay. 32. Playing an exaggerated version of herself, which model and actress starts to date the title character after he becomes rich in the classic movie Keith Lemon the Film? The 2000 winner of the FHM poll for Sexiest Woman in the World. Who is this person who has worked as a judge on Britain's Got Talent, been a Playboy centrefold, appeared as Lex Luthor's girlfriend in Smallville, and had lead roles in the film School for Seduction, Piranha 3D and Free?
Kelly Brook.
Kelly Brook, yep. Leon?
16 for Gary, 12 for Tony, 10 for Steve, 6 for Rob. Gary and Steve are 1 life down.
Tim Brooke Taylor and his fellow goodies Bill Oddie and Dr. Graham Garden all provided voices for which cartoon series of the 1980s, which saw the inhabitant of 29 Acacia Road, Eric Wimp, to
Tony.
Banana Man.
A nice leading as well, I expected us buzzing on goodies.
Meaning a Latin American political...
Gary.
Whoa, sorry, I didn't.
That's
I didn't miss
accidental.
it.
Yeah, that's accidental.
Live.
No, reset.
Sorry, I didn't get touched it.
I'll reset it now.
Sorry.
Meaning a Latin American politically unstable country whose economy is...
Rob.
Banana Republic.
It's not what I'm after.
Gary.
Oh, drat. That's the time I was going to say. So I've got life off now.
Yeah, he's got only one life left. Is anyone else in?
No.
You're
Gary.
joking.
It was largely dependent on a single limited resource crop. The term Banana Republic first appeared in the book Cabbages and Kings. Who wrote the book?
Tony.
It was Carol.
Nope, off and away.
Oh, Cabbage and Kings comes from it, doesn't it?
Steve, have you anyone left?
Wilbur Smith.
No. Or Henry.
Oh, Henry.
Or Henry. Despite being dead for nearly 300 years, as most of the music was based on his work, Henry Purcell was credited as a musical consultant on which 1982 film directed by Peter Greenaway. The film sees an arrogant young
Rob.
The Cook, the Thief, His Wife and
No, that's life away. Rob's got 1 life left. He's an arrogant young artist named Mr. Neville, played by Anthony Higgins, been hired by Mrs. Herbert to produce 12 landscape drawings of her estate. As part of the deal, she has to agree to meet him in private and comply with requests concerning his pleasure.
Steve.
The draftman's contract.
The draftsman's contract, yeah. The world's numbers 1 and 2 ranked players, Fulvio Fantoni and Claudio Nunes, who represented Monaco in international competition, both banned in
Rob.
Bridge.
Yeah, contract bridge. Yeah.
Is it officially classed as a sport now? I know there's been some legal
It
finesse.
has just been classed as well.
Yeah.
The paper the other week.
Key. Seen in the Bond film Diamonds Are Forever.
Pardon, sorry.
Seen in the Bond film Diamonds Are Forever. What is the name of the bridge in Amsterdam, which is allegedly made by 2 wealthy sisters who apparently ran out of money, so had to build the middle much narrower than the rest?
Steve.
The Waste Bridge.
No.
Gary.
Butterfly Bridge?
No.
That's a good guess.
Nobody else?
Mark?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Skinny Bridge.
Skinny Bridge or McGare Bridge. In 1998, who won the Booker Prize for his novel Amsterdam?
Steve.
Impure.
In McEwen, yeah. Scores now.
16 for Gary with 1 life left, 14 for Tony with all lives left, 40 for Steve with 2 lives left, 8 for Rob with 1 life left.
Yeah. Robin Paws, Danny
Pardon,
Latter.
sorry.
Robin Paws, Danny Latter Parisia, Denise Post van Rijswijk and Kim Sasserborn are the 4 members of which Dutch group who had 2 UK number 1s and 7 top 10s?
Steve.
The Venga boys.
The Venga Boys, yeah.
You say 2 girls and 2 boys there?
Yeah, 2 men, 2 women.
Little column A, little column B.
It ends when he takes his first job with Royal Dutch Shell. Boy, A Tale from Childhood was the first autobiographical work of which acclaimed
Steve.
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl is correct.
Can you just go through the scores, please? Can't quite read the screen share.
No.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I've still lost my glasses.
Still fine if you just screw it up somehow.
Yeah, you can lose 2 lives in the next few questions. Edited by Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis and named after one of his signature dance moves and something which 12 men did between 1969 and 1972. What is the autobiography of Michael Jackson?
Gary.
Moonwalk.
Moonwalk, yep. Who was the commander of Apollo 14? In doing so, he became the 5th and oldest person to set foot on the moon.
Tony.
Nothing away to get it wrong.
Young.
No.
Steve.
Shepherd.
Shepherd, yep. 20 points.
2
Two
questions away.
questions away.
Bamba Shepherd himself.
Although it nearly killed him, and afterwards he had to spend time in hospital, where he fortunately recovered, although Jamie Dodding thought he died, who in December 2016, at the age of 86, became the oldest person to reach the South Pole.
Steve.
No, Brian Blessed, sorry.
No, nothing away.
Tony.
Fines?
Sorry?
Fines?
No.
It's the Jamie Dodding thing, I remember. Go
Gary.
on.
Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin is correct.
Sorry, did I give something away there?
Don't think so, no.
Yeah, we did a quiz and he announced in the question that Buzz Aldrin was dead. He wasn't. Buzz Cola is a fictional soft drink which features in which TV series? Other fictional food and drink in the series include the foreign meat on a stick dish, Clav Kalash, the highly addictive but not very pleasant tasting tobacco-tomato hybrid, the Tobacco, the frozen slush drink Squishy, and the popular beer Duff.
Gary.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons, yeah.
1 question away, Gary.
It is underlain by the Great Artesian Basin, one of the largest inland drainage areas in the world.
Steve.
The Great Sandy Desert.
Nope. And contains the world's longest parallel sand dunes and the Dalhousie Springs. The Simpson Desert is the 4th largest desert.
Tony.
Australia.
Australia, yep.
Oh, why did you say Australia?
Steve, Tony.
Written as a sentiment to indicate that it's the furthest place someone could go to get away from...
Steve.
Antipodes.
Nope. And Steve is...
out.
He's done it again. It is the furthest place someone could go to get away from the turmoil caused by the disappearance of a close friend. It reached number 7 in the UK charts in 1996. Written by Sean Moo and Nicky Wire and James D. Bradfield, which Welsh band recorded the song Australia?
Gary.
The Manning Street Preachers.
The Manic Street Preachers.
Oh, well
Here's
played.
the winner. We're going
I think another absolutely fabulous set of questions from Michael. You may hear my voice wavering a bit after Australia and Manning Street Preachers. A great winner from Gary, a worthy winner. I'm sure we all enjoyed it. I hope the people who got knocked out still enjoyed watching and playing some of it. Don't forget your Q12's out at the 12th of every month and come and join us here if you get the chance. Thanks very much Michael McPartland and the scorers and timers, Ashton and Mark Laycock.